What's going on YouTube? This is Big Guy here. I'm going to be giving you guys my deck profile on my Crystron deck. I was thinking about giving up YouTube, thinking of giving out Yu-Gi-Oh, but decided not to, and just go with it really, like see how the game progresses, and it's been progressing pretty well. Like I've really liked the way the game has been progressing right now. So I'm going to stick around, see how Link summoning turns out, and hopefully it'll be good. So without further ado, here comes my deck profile for my Crystron deck. It's updated now. I haven't been like really keeping up with so much stuff, but this is really how I've been playing the deck. I've been pretty consistent, and I've been able to get out really big monsters. So here it goes. First up, I'm playing 3 of the Wyvern. This is the monster searcher of the deck. 3 of the Tiger, Yellow Tiger. He's a spell and trap card searcher of the deck. Really, 3 and 3. These guys are like really essential in the deck. You need to play 3 of them. They're key. 2, Sulfurfiner, whatever the fuck you call it. This is like the new addition to Crystron. It's basically like a really good card. What you do really is you discard a Crystron card, special summon to the field, and pop a card in your field. So basically, you face up card in the field. So basically, you summon himself. Like basic plays, you summon himself by discarding one of these guys, really. Special summon himself and pop himself to search from your deck for another Crystron card that you need. Another Crystron monster, so you can just make combo plays, make overextend your plays really, and just start doing stuff like that. So this guy's really good. He's just really consistent. I like him. I play 1 of each of these guys. Really bumping these 2 down didn't really hurt the deck, really. If anything, it made it a little better because these cards aren't really that needed, really valuable and stuff. So like these 2 cards are really like, they're just there because they're different Crystron names. You can get different effects off. Those will help with that synchro summoning play. Those are the main monsters. The rest of them are the synchro tuners. You play 3 of the yellow, 3 of the gold, 1 sapphire, and 1 silver. I decided to play this guy. Like I was thinking about cutting him actually, but instead I actually cut this guy down and put him and kept him in the deck. Mainly because you don't really need the low tuner. You don't really need him too much. He's a good option, but like he's not that good. This guy really just recycles your stuff mainly. He also helps you get into your bigger plays and stuff. And then this guy's just really like the best tuner to play. Enough said. So those are really all the Crystron monsters I play. The rest of these guys are like different tech choices and different things I decided to play. So 2 Gofu because Gofu's played in literally anything. 1 Quick Draw because Quick Draw is like great for like a first turn Infinity play or something like that. 3 Scrap Recycler. I got this idea from Team Samurai X1 here. So like I go to the same locals as him. I've seen him a couple times, but I haven't really talked to him about anything like that. Long time ago, I asked him to help out for like a deck idea that I had, but didn't really decide to finish the deck. Scrapped it for something else completely. But yeah, like Scrap Recycler was a really good idea by him. I really like that move. So yep, Scrap Recycler. And Maxi. I've been having debates about Maxi, about whether I should main him or not. I ended up maining him because there have been games where I've just been outpaced by my opponent and I need to draw into my combo pieces, and hit has helped me like, it's helped me like enough to like 6 times out of 10. And if it was 5 out of 5, I might just cut him, but like 6 times out of 10, he's actually been a really good help. So I've kept him because of that, because he's like hired like the good outweigh the bad, so I'm just keeping him in the deck because that's it for my monster count. Spells, I play 2 Starlight Junction and 1 Terraforming. My friend was asking why don't I bump up Terraforming to 2. I said because dead drawing into Terraforming is not that good. I don't really like dead drawing into any cards like that. I could ditch it for Twin Twister, but at the same time I don't really want to have a card like that to ditch, because I'd much rather ditch my monsters to get their effects off. And Starlight Junction is just a really good card in general, and I think running 1 Terraforming is enough for me to like get into that 1 card. I play 2 Twin Twister in the main deck because Twin Twister is that good. I found another set of Twin Twister that I had somewhere, so I have more Twin Twister there. And last card, just for spells, I play 1 Regeki, 1 Soul Charge, and 1 Foolish Burial. I don't really play too many spells in this deck. It's really not even like needed in the deck. I could probably play Imperial Order in the main deck, and it wouldn't really hurt me at all, really. Next up for traps, I play 3 Impact and 1 Entry. I've always liked playing Impact is like a really good card, and Entry is just there just because. But now since the new Synchro Monster came out for Crystrons, Entry has become a lot better, though I haven't been thinking about bumping it up to 2. Keeping it at 1 is always a good card, especially just to dump it, just to get the effect to just dump from your deck is really good. Impact has helped me more than once with the second effect, where you just banish it from graveyard to negate an effect that targets a Crystron monster. Is it monster or monsters? I don't know. It's 1 monster. Well, it's still really good. It still helped me out with like getting out of tough positions. So these ratios are really good, and I always have a card to search. 2 Dark Bribe just help me negate stuff. Also because I don't have Solemn Strike, because that card is a fucking money card. 30 a piece. I'm not about that. 2 Mistake. I just said like main deck Mistake because I've realized a lot of decks in this format do have inherent, like, they just search. They need to search for the pieces, otherwise they're dead. So for me, maining 2 Mistake isn't really that big of a deal. I can always shut it off with like any of my Crystron monsters, like any of the boss monsters in the deck. Not the boss monsters, like the bigger main guys. That's some of the tuners. So the tuners, they're irrelevant, but the other monsters are what really I need to get Mistake off. And the last cards I play are Bottomless and Warning, because Bottomless and Warning are good. Just tokens, because I have cards that like just summon out a bunch of tokens. I don't know why I showed them off, because I'm stupid. But let's go on to the extra deck. Extra deck, I play 2 Quadax, 2 Matrix. It's like the basic Crystron monsters you play. The 1 Phoenix. I don't know why I like move the camera out, but it's fun. 1 Phoenix and 1 Jesus fucking Christ. Quarion Gandrax. Whatever, I don't know how to pronounce this card's name. But yeah, this is pretty much the new boss monster of the deck. It's really good. It's basically Trishula, except you don't take from hand. You banish from field and graveyard, and you just target as many monsters you use as synchro material. So at least, I have used 3 monsters to play him. So I've banished 3 monsters in my opponent's graveyard and on field, and I've also gone for a Soul Charge play and then summoned this in the same turn. So banishing all your opponent's monsters and banishing all their spells and traps is a really disgusting way to win a duel. I've done it more times than I could care to mention. So like, you know, if you can do something like that. And when the new Link format comes out, I'm probably going to bump this up to 2 or 3. Because in all honesty, like, this card is really good. And if I can make Crystrons if I can keep Crystrons into a competitive sort of way, I would probably keep this guy in the deck just because of his amazing effect. Not Phoenix though, because Phoenix requires like multiple extra deck monsters on the field. Armory Arm, because Armory Arm is actually, that's not even a good card. I have Armory Arm in the deck because I don't have Clearwing. If I had Clearwing or Beals, I would definitely play it. 1 Inzectron, because Inzectron is like a really good card. Also like a level 6 machine monster, which I would need more than times than I care to say. 2 different Black Rose, Stardust Dragon. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take out Stardust for Crystal Wing, and I'm going to take out the Armory Arm for Beals. Main reason because I also play Trishula, and I also play Zolkin. Zolkin is a really good card. I have like a bunch of dragons in here that I can just summon out. Zolkin also helps with that, just because, you know, because Zolkin's good, and I just play like Infinity as well, because, you know, Infinity is good. Why not play Infinity? So that's really the deck, honestly. Like, the deck is like very... If you know how to play Crystrons, then they're just like a really good way to play them. But if you don't know how to play Crystrons, then I'm sorry. Better luck next time. And if you so unfortunately have a chance to play against an actual like completed Crystron deck, This deck is pretty much completed. All I need is like the strikes instead of the Dark Bribe. But other than that, this deck is able to go competitively. I have played a bunch of games on Dueling Book. I have played on Dev Pro. I have won a decent amount of the games that I've played. I've won more games than I have lost games. I've done extensive testing with this deck. I've tried different variants, and so far, the way I've played it, this is like the best variant I could think of. So, really, that's all I have to say. I'm really happy about this deck and how I decided to just keep on trucking with it. I also played like Dinos as well. I didn't like playing Dinos too much because it was just a linear deck. Just summon out Conductor and beat your opponent down. And I don't like linear decks like that. This deck is like you have a lot of different combos you can do to Synchro Summon, Exceed Summon, just like go into different plays. So I really like this deck because of it. But if you guys have any suggestions for me, please leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say about this deck, and any feedback really is good. If you have any suggestions for any cards on the main deck or extra deck that I probably would have missed, please feel free to share. I would always love to know what else I can put in this deck to make it better. But yeah, that's basically it. And this is Big Guy signing out. Deuces.